Some superb pictures there and some wonderful memories, but we have to be honest. For many, 2020 has been a heartbreaking or incredibly tough year. At times, many may have felt that sports didn't matter, and they would have been right. It didn't. There were bigger matters at play. But even during lockdown and with very tight restrictions enforced, sporting entrepreneurs, competitors, broadcasters, and governing bodies saw the importance of embracing innovation to provide elite competition to both the athletes and the fans.
So it seemed only right to reflect
Estamos ahora con la transmisión de la premiación del atleta del año de la World Athletics 2020.
And open to a vote on social media. The three finalists are
a Atto Boldon y a Sanjay Richards, que son los presentadores de este
Ultimate Garden Clash, an original idea by Renaud Lavillenie. And Gdynia 2020 for the World Athletics Half Marathon Championships. Let's remind ourselves of those three fabulous events.
Things are almost normal in the sport as ever, and the fields were extraordinarily strong considering so many athletes have had very, very few competitions.
El primer torneo que se animó a realizar una disputa, un torneo justamente. A su vez, el otro candidato es esta experiencia de atletismo en casa realizada por Renaud Lavillenie de saltando en el jardín. Renaud Lavillenie, Mondo Duplantis, Sam Kendricks, que se prestaron para este proyecto. Otro candidato a este premio es el campeonato de media maratón de Gdynia en Polonia, que se animó a organizar justamente este torneo en época pandémica. Son tres finalistas muy importantes. Y el premio, el ganador es Renaud
Hello, my name is Rob
Lavillenie.
Walker, and back in the summer it was my privilege to commentate on the Ultimate Garden Clash events, which surely must rank as the most unusual, memorable athletics meet any of us have ever experienced. So it's perhaps appropriate that the winner of the World Athletics COVID-19 Inspiration Award is the man whose idea it was in the first place. So felicitations, Renaud Lavillenie. And I guess, Renaud, the first and most important question is, where did this moment of madness and genius come from?
Que está presentado como un genio por esta idea de salto. Miren lo que es.
I know that at that time we were missing
todo ese lugar donde tiene zapatillas.
We were missing doing a lot of things. And one thing we had in common with Sam and Mondo is that we have a pit at home, and
estamos en la premiación de el atleta del año.
To organize something.
Tuvimos ya la presentación previa de la fotografía del año, que luego lo vamos a repasar más adelante.
Scenario, and honestly, I'm so happy that it works really well, and it was.
Y ahora estamos viendo la premiación a la mejor idea del año.
And it was genuinely inspiring. I think it's important to clarify this award was as voted by athletics fans across a whole different variety of social media platforms, and it underlines the impact you had on our lives. You reminded us what a great sport it is, and you put athletics on the world map. It was brilliant. You must be really proud of what you did.
Yeah, definitely, you know. I was very proud to be able to have this idea, and also very happy to have World Athletics with me in this project. Because at that time I was missing watching sport as everybody was, especially in live, and I know that the impact was real because so many people talk to me about this competition, about this virtual competition. It showed me that it was something important. So yeah, it was very amazing, and so happy to be able to make it.
And as it turned out, you were the first of three Ultimate Garden Clash winners, and I'm delighted to say the other two join us now. Kat Stefanidi won the women's pole vault, and Kevin Mayer won the triathletes version of the decathlon with pole vault, shot put and shuttle runs. Kat, let's start with you first of all. Would it be fair to say that as soon as you saw Renaud and Sam and Mondo, you were desperate for women to have their turn in the spotlight? and you took full advantage.
Definitely. I think you could have actually stopped the sentence that I was desperate. We were actually still in lockdown when the three of them competed. We hadn't even been able to jump at all for 2 months, I think. So it was exciting to watch pole vaulting. It was exciting to watch athletics. It was exciting to watch people competing. I was getting nervous for them. So I started wanting that for myself. And I truly think that it was inspiring. I think it was great for everyone to watch, for everyone to feel like competing in the stress of big championships. I think it was phenomenal, a great idea that Renault had.
It was a superb effort. Now, Kevin, coming on to you, it was a little bit unusual to hear that as the world record holder, former world champion and Olympic silver medalist, you admitted you were nervous before the competition. Why was that?
Yes, there was a lot of stress. I was very nervous because I was jumping into something new, you know. Decathlon is not about repetition, but this is about making a score. So that was not the same in that competition. You had to do the most repetition in 15 minutes in pole vault, in shot put, and after the most laps in 5 minutes. So that was not my field.
Claro, es un big atleta, ¿no? Está diciendo, bueno, que esta experiencia de salto con garrocha.
Very good at that, so I wanted to win, and I was not the best in that field, so yeah, I was pretty nervous, but I'm always nervous before Decathlon or something, so this is something that makes me feel better in competition, so I have to endure that.
And be honest, at the end, how close did the shuttle runs come to replicating the 1500 at the end of a full decathlon?
You know, 1500 is very painful.
Dice que luego de 9 eventos, cuando a veces tiene que terminar un 1500, es muy doloroso.
I just tried to make my best, and we will see at the end, but that was a pretty good, amazing feeling because
que tiene sentimientos igualmente muy positivos.
The feeling that I achieved something like at the end of the decathlon. What I missed that was the final laps of all the decathlon, making the tour of honor to celebrate the end of the decathlon.
Well, here's the question for all three of you. In one word, would you do it again? Kevin?
Yes, of course. Definitely.
Kat?
Bien.
Yes.
That's the answer we wanted. And Renaud, surely it has to be a yes from the man whose idea it was.
Of course.
Fantastic.
When you want.
Well, thanks to all three of you for entertaining us brilliantly throughout the summer. We enjoyed every single second. May I wish each of you a very Merry Christmas, a healthy winter's training, and roll on 2021. Thanks a lot.
Sanjay Richards.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Just as in our last award, the power to inspire has certainly been a major factor in our next one. It's a hugely important moment as we present a very special and unique category, the President's Award. As such, I am delighted to welcome again the President of World Athletics, Sebastian Coe.
Viene la premiación a través del presidente Sebastian Coe de la World Athletics.
We created the President's Award in 2016 to recognize and honor exceptional service to athletics. I was warned at the time that it would be difficult each year to choose a recipient for an award like this, not because there are too few candidates, but because there will be too many. I didn't disagree. But I said at the time that every year someone exceptional will rise to the top of an incredibly worthy list because our sport touches our lives, our society, and communities in so many ways and has done for centuries. Each year it has, and this year is no exception. Tonight I would like to honor 3 men whose bravery, dignity and morality continue to inspire athletes from all sport 50 years on. It was October the 16th, 1968. It was the Olympic Games in Mexico. Tommy Smith had just won gold and John Carlos had taken bronze in a blazing 200-meter dash, with Australian sprinter Peter Norman winning silver. The 3 men slowly and very deliberately walked to the podium to be awarded their medals. They bowed respectfully as the Olympic official placed their medals around their necks. But when the anthem began to play, they lowered their heads to protest the hypocrisy of a country that proclaimed to uphold freedom and human rights around the world, but neglected to protect the rights of their black citizens. The moment of silent protest was caught on camera in a photograph we all know so well. If anything underpins the power of a photograph, it was the iconic one taken by Life magazine photographer John Dominis, a photograph that would capture all the angst and anger of 1968 and show the solidarity of these three men, two black and one white, against injustice. Or in John Carlos's own words, in support of all the working class people, black and white, in Harlem, who had to struggle and work with their hands all day. The rest, as they say, is history. The image of Smith and Carlos raising fists has become seared in history as an incendiary act of protest by athletes. But sadly, their cause and what they so bravely stood for has not been consigned to the history books. As demonstrations around the world this year have shown, there is much, much more that needs to be done. I hope that the uncompromising attitude of these three athletes continues to be an inspiration to all of us who refuse to silently accept racism, even while standing or kneeling in silence. It is my pleasure and immense honor to announce that this year's President's Award goes to Tommy Smith, Peter Norman, and John Carlos. May your story one day be a part of our history rather than our present.
Muy emocionante. La célebre foto.
Well, first of all, congratulations on this incredible honor. So well deserved, Tommy. I'm so thrilled to be with you. Wish I could be with you in person because we're so close. We're both in Atlanta. I want to know, Tommy, I have two questions. The first one is, what gave you guys the courage first in that moment to make such a bold stand?
We had been put in that position by society and by the need to withstand pressures of a system that didn't recognize everyone equal, and we did it from an athletic platform of courage, excitement, and a need to provide an avenue for those who didn't have one to go down this road headed for that intersection that you'd have to choose. And John and I had reached that intersection at that particular time, and we had to have a direction to go. And we picked that direction because it was a needed direction, not only by the athletes, and we were young athletes at that time, to do something that everyone would see, understand. I don't know about the understanding, but they would see it, and the judgment will be up to them to understand the need for that to happen. It was time. It was time for the athletes to stand up and fight for the rights of the athlete. There's more to running than just winning a race. You won because you're already there. Now you got to put the period at the end of the line, at the end of that sentence, and that was the period. And we left that period for a succession of other sentences to be written in the history of athletics. And there has to be a purpose. Plan purposefully. Whatever goes around comes around, and you will be responsible what you put in front of your lips. So the sound, Sonia, can be heard by others, but they have to make their own decisions. And the educational process is more than just running fast. It's doing good after the race is over.
So obviously, Tommy Smith, you and John Carlos were on the podium there in 1968, and Peter Norman was there too, and he played a huge role in this moment as well. I know that you guys eulogized him in 2006. What was it like being at that funeral?
Peter crossed over into a situation which he wanted people to know that he believed in human rights. This project was the Olympic Project for Human Rights, not the Olympic Project for Athletic Rights. It was dealing with man totally. And that's why Peter was such a great friend, such a great orator, and we miss him greatly. And going to his funeral and bearing the casket on our shoulders was a pride within our holy bodies to accept Peter as Peter and giving him what he deserved, which is a goodbye biblically.
Well, I know if Peter were here, he would want to celebrate and honor you. And I think his family knows just how important this moment is. So they actually have a message for you.
Peter would be so proud to be here accepting this award. He really would. Tommy, John and Peter shared that momentous day back in 1968, and now they can be sharing this award today. He wanted to stand with them right from the start when he heard what they were going to do. And as they were walking out, he made sure that he got a badge, the Olympic Project for Human Rights badge. In fact, I think either Tommy or John had to virtually snatch it off an American rower's chest, I think, in order for Peter to have it. So he very proudly stood out there on the dais with his badge on, wondering exactly how it was all going to happen. And when they played the American national anthem, they all turned around and faced the flags. And there was a man in the crowd who used to sing very loudly, sing the Star Spangled Banner. And once again, Peter could hear him starting up with his lovely loud voice. Then slowly it faded away. Then you could hear a pin drop, and it was silent. And that's when Peter knew it was all happening behind him. And of course, as a result, he considered them his brothers and he theirs.
Bueno, él
Tommy,
los consideraba como
I
unos
couldn't
hermanos.
say congratulations enough. This award
Así que
is so well
lo
deserved.
felicita
But I'm
por
not the
ese-
only
esa-
person
ese
that
premio.
wants to wish you a very special congratulations.
Y ahí está el
Tommy,
presidente de la IAAF.
congratulations.
My goodness. What an eyeful. And I don't mean
Dice, ¿qué atleta le
but I
dice al
mean
presidente de la,
eyeful to the human body.
de la
My
IAAF?
goodness gracious.
I'm delighted that I'm here today. I'm delighted
Orgulloso.
that we've been able to honor you guys in the way that you so
Por la
fulsomely
forma que ustedes
deserve. Your performances around that time and the Mexico Games were the reason why I'm sitting here today. I don't overcomplicate
en
it.
parte
So
de la
thank
razón
you
de la
for
que
that
estoy
as
sentado
well.
aquí es para
Well,
agradecerles
thank you for this
a ustedes por todo lo
opportunity
que han
here
sido.
and this award. It's an award that I cherish and I always remember it. And
Le
you've
agradece
always
que
been a
siga
hard
trabajando
worker.
por esos
And
derechos
the thing about you that I appreciate
de
most,
igualdad
you're
de los
straightforward.
atletas.
You don't mind putting the truth where the truth is. And I like that. You give
Sobre
us,
todo los
the
atletas
athletes,
jóvenes.
and especially the younger athletes, a pride in being themselves, a pride in having an opinion about things. Not that it's going to go their way, but at least you give them a
Defender la
chance to
opinión de
talk.
los atletas.
I applaud you for that.
Thank you for that. You are an iconic part of our sport, and I'm
Le dice
so
Sebastián Coe que es un
pleased
ícono
that we're able to speak today.
del
Thank you.
deporte.
Thank you, Lord Cole. Sebastian, nice
Tommy,
seeing you.
thank you.
A tu
Well, thank you,
vuelta,
Sonia.
le
I
agradece.
also have a very special guest with me. My guest today
especial
is the
invitado.
Olympic bronze medalist in the 200 meters from 1968. He's a humanitarian. He's an activist. He's
Y ahí
my
está el
friend,
otro, que es
Dr. John Carlos. We've been celebrating your stance on that podium, it seems like your entire life. But what gave you the courage to do
¿Cómo
that
tuvo el coraje, le
protest
pregunta,
on
para
that
hacer
evening in
eso
Mexico
aquel
City?
día?
Well, that's a
Esa
double
protesta.
factor, man. I think the first thing was a vision that I had
La
as a
primera
kid,
razón fue
let
la
me know
visión
that I was going to be
desde
involved in
pequeño
something that would be special in life. But I
que
think who
pudo
really
hacer algo
molded
especial en
me
mi
and,
vida,
and gave me the vision and the creativeness
tener la
and
visión,
the
el
heart
corazón de mi
to do the
madre, mi
things that I've done
padre.
in life is my mom and dad.
I need to take a little time out to congratulate you on winning the 2020 World Athletics President's Award. That has to feel good for a guy like you, huh?
Yes, it does. It really does. You know, for years I've been telling people that, you know, it's great to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for the school, for the Olympic Committee, for the U.S. track and field. But for me, I've always used the metaphor that I felt like I was far greater than that in terms of me being a pillar of this particular sport. In essence, this is the crowning moment, the icing on the cake, the extra candle, you might say, to get the award from the president of the new World Athletic Association, and particularly from a great athlete himself, Sebastian Coe. It's a great honor for me and my family as well.
Now, because I know your story so well, I know that once you had done what you did in 1968, you came home to the United States and found things were very, very difficult. There's somebody out there that's thinking about making a similar stand. What would you say to that person?
Well, I would say you have to check into your emotions. You have to be, have a passion for what you believe in. If you believe in human rights and you want to make a stance, make sure that you do your homework and have a clear understanding as to why you're making the stance, what you anticipate in terms of bringing to society, and be prepared for any challenges or questions that might come to you thereafter.
So I mentioned that you had won the President's Award. I'm now pleased to introduce on the call the President of World Athletics, Sebastian Coe.
Smith llevaba un pañuelo negro alrededor del cuello para representar el orgullo negro. Carlos tenía su chándal desabrochado como solidaridad con los obreros de Estados Unidos.
I probably didn't quite understand at the age of 11 or 12 what I was watching when you guys were on the podium. But I sure as hell now do understand exactly what you did and what you achieved and why it was such a seminal moment.
Well, Sebastian, I just want to let you know, man, that the conversation that we had there in Stockholm, man, you stood true to your word. You've transcended this sport, and I see greater things coming down the line in terms of your vision. Your concern and your comfort in the job that you have before you.
That's kind of you. I will do everything I possibly can to continue to live up to those words.
I'd like to say I'd like to congratulate Dr. Smith as well as I would like to congratulate Peter Norman and his family as well. Thank you.
Consideró el gesto.
Thank you.
Totalmente inadecuado.
We've had to edit these three inspiring interviews with these legends of our sport for the show. But if you'd like to watch them in their entirety, you can do so very soon on the World Athletics YouTube channel.
Consideró que el gesto era medio como
You are watching
nazi.
The World Athletics Award 2020 with my friend Otto
simpatizar con la
Bolden
protesta,
and me,
fue
Richard
reprendido
Ross.
por las autoridades olímpicas de su país y marginado por los medios australianos. No fue elegido para los Juegos Olímpicos del 72, a pesar de que terminó tercero en las pruebas clasificatorias. Continuó practicando atletismo, pero tuvo gangrena, tuvo una lesión que lo alejó y finalmente falleció en 2006 a los 64 años. Y entonces Smith y Carlos elogiaron su carrera deportiva y fueron los portadores del féretro en el funeral. Esa es un poco la historia de lo que escuchábamos recién. El premio especial del presidente de la World Athletics.
They are Athletics Kenya, the Nicaraguan Athletics Federation,
bueno,
the
estos son
Palestine
premios
Athletic
a las
Federation,
federaciones
the Peruvian Athletics Federation, Athletics New
Kenia,
Zealand,
Nicaragua, Palestina,
and
Perú, Nueva
the
Zelanda y
Polish
Polonia.
Athletics Association. And for successfully delivering much of the country's competitive calendar in spite of the pandemic,
Por mayor
including
cantidad
3
de pruebas
continental tour events
realizadas en
and
este
the
año
World
tan
Athletics
difícil,
Half Marathon Championships, the winner of the World Athletics Member Federation of the Year Award is the
la
Polish
Federación de
Athletics
Polonia.
Association.
Y bueno, fue lo que realizó la media maratón, ¿verdad?
Exacto.
¿Sabe ya, Conde, que con este premio?
Sí.
Thank you. See you in 2021. I hope that we will meeting during great athletics events in Poland, including European Athletics Indoor and Team Championships and World Athletics Relays in Silesia Stadium.
Staying with the spirit of the incredible work done by so many people in 2020, we move on now to another new category, the Athletes Community Award. Led by the World Athletics Athletes Commission, it was decided that the athletes themselves wanted to show their thanks for the efforts of those who had gone above and beyond in this, the most difficult of years. To explain more and to reveal the winner, here's the chair of the Athletes Commission, Olympic, World Indoor, European and European Indoor champion, Renaud Lavillenie.
Merci à tous et bonjour tout le monde. J'espère que vous passez un bon moment avec nous en regardant les World Athletic Awards.
2020 fue un año muy complicado para los atletas. Fue realmente un desafío de mantenerse compitiendo, saltando, corriendo, lanzando. Así que es muy importante para nosotros mostrar nuestro agradecimiento a todos aquellos que han hecho posible que sigamos entrenando, más allá de las competiciones que han sido resumidas. Y así que hay dos categorías nominadas a los votos de los atletas. Así que en primer lugar, los clubes, que proveen a los atletas del apoyo suficiente en la pandemia para negociar los accesos, para entrenar, para tener los implementos de higiene y protocolo y permitir las competiciones locales.
Nécessaires à leur utilisation, grâce au club, les compétitions locales ont pu être maintenues.
Y en segundo lugar,
deuxièmement,
a los trabajadores de la salud
à travers le monde
de todo
a
el
risqué sa vie et
por
travaille
el riesgo que asumen en el cuidado y control
la santé de nos familles
del
durant la
cuidado de
pandémie.
las familias, de los
Les
atletas.
athlètes
Así
du monde
que
entier ont
luego de
voté
una
une
semana
semaine
larga,
durant. Et j'ai l'honneur aujourd'hui
estoy muy
d'annoncer que le
orgulloso
prix
en presentar
du
el
Athletes
premio de la
Community
comunidad
Award 2020 a été attribué
que va a todos los clubes
des clubs d'athlétisme au travers le monde.
del mundo.
Tous ceux qui, comme nous,
A todos
pratiquent un
aquellos que han
sport,
permitido
connaissent l'importance de la
que
vie du club dans
continuemos
la carrière d'un athlète.
con este
Vous, les
apoyo
clubs,
a los
mais
clubes
aussi vous, le personnel
y
médical.
también a todos los
Nous vous
trabajadores de la
remercions.
salud que nos permitieron desarrollar la actividad. Y en nombre de
Hello
los
everybody, this is
organizadores,
Jane Valerie Adams all the way from Aotearoa, New
Dan
Zealand.
Valerie
I'm so
Adams.
excited to be joining in and presenting the Athletes Community Award. Clubs around the world are so important for the development of our sport, especially at grassroots level. Here in New Zealand we have a number of amazing clubs and hopefully the numbers will continue to grow as we continue to
es
find
una
our
atleta
next
de
champions.
Israel.
It's an opportunity for communities to come together and be as one and to participate in something that we like to do on a daily
Para las
basis.
comunidades
So I'm
es
so
importante
excited about
estar
this
juntas.
award and I want to congratulate the winner. And to all the clubs
Estoy orgullosa
out
de
there
presentar
around the world,
tener este
you'll be able
premio
to
para
download
todos
the
los
social media
clubes.
badge of the World Athletics website. So from me to you all, have a fantastic night and God bless.
We're now getting close to the big two awards of the show, the male and female athlete of the year. Ahead of
Ahora
that,
sí
though,
viene,
we all know
atención,
that
se
athletes
viene.
are keen and resourceful exponents of social
Candidatos.
media, and some of them with more
Sí, sí.
downtime in the last few months than they
Candidatos a
may have
premio
ever
Mejor
had,
Atleta
have now been
Mujer
to
y
new
Varón del año
heights.
2020.
This will show you what
Atención.
I mean.
Pero primero vamos a social media. Renault roba todas las cámaras, Joffrey que tuvo un accidente y ya se está recuperando. Y tuvo mejor participación en los medios. Opa. Julian Fraser, la velocista. Erika Bugor. TikTok, mire TikTok. ¿Sabes que este año la World Athletics también tiene canal en TikTok? PSP. Producciones. Mal Samay. Saul Clark. Tom Walsh. Trabajo, hermano. Ahora. Ben Joggers en mí queriendo ese casi se ve. Philwood. George Guy. Y atención, el premio social de redes
The time has
sociales.
come for our penultimate award, the World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year. 10 athletes were nominated back in November. Since then, via a voting process involving
Todo esto
the
se
World
premió
Athletics
vía redes
Council, the
sociales.
World Athletics family, and social media, that number has been reduced to 5 finalists.
Mira la
Here
musculación que
they
tiene
are
Sasha
doing
Richard
what they
todavía,
do best.
Atención, candidatos a premio Mujer Femenino. Premiación. Finalista. Letesenbet Gidey, de Turquía. La chica que corrió delante de las luces. La mejor marca de 5.000 metros en pista. Increíble.
a record that has stood to the greatest 10,000 meter runner in history.
The gap is there, the elastic band, so to speak, is broken, and Sifan Hassan surges away. Just seconds to go. Now watch the clock, bottom right-hand picture, and she has won it, and she has broken the world record.
Chepchirchir coming up towards the line. She's already the women's only world record holder, and she's going to break her own mark. Double delight for the Kenyan. A world record and a world title all in the same race. A great finish. What a run.
Yulimar Rojas, la venezolana. Salto triple.
Big in run. Oh, it looks good. It looks very good. And she thinks it's sensational. 15:36, remember the world record. Oh, she's done it. Absolutely sensational. 15:43, a new world record.
Elaine Thompson-Herah.
Decent start from Thompson-Herah, also going well. Kayla White alongside her, but Thompson-Herah is already beginning to move away. Talia never got going out of the blocks, which is unusual. It's all about Thompson-Herah. What's the clock say? 10.86. That's another stunning performance.
And the winner of the World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year.
La canción es para Yulimar
Rojas.
¡Miren!
¿Y a quién ganó, ¿Quién ganó acá? ¿Gané yo, me parece?
Ay, señor, no, felicitaciones.
Me han dejado impactada, no puedo creerlo.
Infartada. Bueno, no, bueno, sí.
Se pasaron.
Se pasaron.
Bueno, en realidad, no sé, es que en realidad no me esperaba esto. Y discúlpame, pero no lo puedo creer. Wow, que no sé ni qué decir. No tengo palabras, de verdad que qué felicidad, qué alegría. Ay, no, se me salieron las lágrimas y todo. Ay, bueno, imagínate, no tengo palabras, ya lo han visto, una expresión de todavía de felicidad, estoy un poco sorprendida porque, como te dije,
Maduro contento,
o sea, no me veía entre las candidatas a estar o sea, me veía entre las candidatas por lo que habíamos hecho en el año, pero no me veía como la ganadora, porque, o sea, el de estar ahí entre las nominadas ya me hace ganadora, por decirte. Y el estar nominada junto a otras retas excepcionales, ya para mí eso es maravilloso y de verdad que esto significa mucho para mí, no solamente para mí, para todos los que trabajan conmigo, para todos los que día a día hacen vida a Yulimar Rojas, los que cada día son fuerza para mí, son motivación, son esas ganas de triunfar y de dar lo mejor de mí. Y bueno, y ahora el ser la mejor atleta del año, wow, es un plus más, una motivación para lo que va a ser el año 2021. Un año bastante bonito y que tengo muchas aspiraciones y muchas